Miss Mango and Violet Rutherford sit on the couch while I clean out their cage. You get some treats here. But I wanted to show you this. These are pads. They're really thick, and they're the kind that you can use in a bed for a person who is incontinent. But they work really well on a couch to protect your couch, and you can let your guinea pigs run around. They're so big that I like to put them up here in the back, because you know how guinea pigs like to back up in corners and go to the bathroom. So here they are on the couch, and you can see the pee and the poop over there, but they can't ruin your couch. If you want to sit on the couch, you just can fold them back, and you can shake them out, and when they get soiled enough, you can throw them in the wash. So these are things that can be used over and over and over again. And I just ordered them. I think I ordered them on eBay. Now let me put the information up for you. They come in different sizes also. One thing you have to be careful of when you have your guinea pigs out on a couch is that if they get startled, they can leap off the couch and they could hurt themselves. This is a very low couch. This is like a couch from the late 1950s here, and the leg is very low. But you have to be careful of that too, that nothing's going to startle them so they jump off and they can hurt their legs or their backs. These guys come out on the couch a lot. When I'm cleaning out their pens, they're used to being on the couch. So it kind of contains them so they can't get at any wires in the room. And I don't have to put them in a pet carrier or something like that. And they enjoy running back and forth here on the couch while I'm cleaning out and getting their pens all fresh. Right, Miss Violet? Violet Rutherford. Guinea pig lips. Nope, don't steal hers. I'll bring you something else. Speaking of these covers, the blue side is the back, and this side here is the part that's exposed. And they are completely waterproof. So they can protect your furniture. You can have your guinea pig running around on your couch while you're sitting there on the couch watching TV or something. I say just be careful your guinea pig doesn't get scared and leap off the couch and hurt themselves. And here they are back in their clean quarters here, with fresh hay to eat. Now you can buy guinea pig pads to line their cages or enclosures, or you can make your own. I've seen people talking about this on the internet a lot, and that's great. But if you don't want to bother doing that, there's nothing wrong with putting down a thick towels. You can get them cheap at church rummage sales, and then a layer of fleece on top. I leave the fleece off the corners. The boys especially pee in the corners. They pee on the towels. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way, so don't let anyone tell you that it's wrong. There's a lot of information on the internet that's good, but then there's a lot of people posting things and saying like their way is the only way. You just have to use common sense. You want to keep their bedding dry and not let it get saturated with urine. because if that happens, they can get urine burns on their feet, they can get urine burns on their bottoms, and they can get bumblefoot, which is very hard to get rid of. So you just want to make sure whatever you're putting down, that it stays decently dry for them, and that you change it often enough so that they have a cleaner thing to run and lay on. Other than that, using them loose is just fine. Now, one of the reasons I use it this way is because the pads wear out after being washed many, many times, and the stitching starts to come apart. I would rather just use towels and the fleece loosely like this. And I got all these towels free. I just asked in the neighborhood on a social media neighborhood site, does anybody have old terry cloth towels they don't want anymore? And you'd be surprised how many people said, yeah, come and get them, because you know, the people buy new towel sets and things in different colors, and they have the old ones that they didn't want, but they kept them. I've also seen many, many stacks of towels, and I bought some, like beach towels even, at the church rummage sales. So, guinea pigs are happy here. They got their place all clean and fresh, and it won't stay clean and fresh very long. By 2 days from now, it's going to be a mess again. But if it's a mess and it's still pretty dry on the towels and the fleece, you don't have to change it until it starts to get where it feels wet, and you know that it's time to give them something fresh again. Now it's time to clean out the boys. So I'm going to shake out the couch pads and bring out one of the boys. Here's Mr. Browner's enclosure all cleaned out. And because they're males, they tend to go more in the corners. So I keep that towel up in the corners a little bit. The corners still get soiled though, because they pull it back, it gets moved, and then they go. Now, our guinea pigs have always been notorious for messing with the water bottle here. They'll play with the water bottle and they'll get it all wet. It's not necessarily dripping, but they make it wet. So I guess the way to tell how often your guinea pigs need to be changed is put your hand down, and if it starts to feel like it's wet and you think it's damp feeling and they're going to be getting injuries to their feet by stepping and walking on that, then it's time to change it. Ideally, Mr. Browner's should be changed about every 5 days. I find by 5 days it's getting where it needs to be changed and freshened up. And then of course after you take the bedding out, I just wipe it down with a cloth. I put a little dish detergent on it. You don't need to get anything special, just a tiny bit of dish detergent with water, just like you use on your dishes, and I wipe it all down with that, and then I dry it off, and then I put the fresh bedding down. Mr. Browner's busy marking his pooping all over, aren't you? What you doing? You're pooping already. He says, I'm pooping it. I'm going to mark this because there were some girls here. Yeah. I think Mr. Browner considers this mostly his area because he's out so much in the evenings. How you doing, brown skin boy? How you doing, sweetie? Okay, I'm getting your fresh hay, and then I'm going to put you back in. Big bunch of fresh hay in between all the tunnels. Let's get Mr. Browner and put him back. Okay, and our last boy to come out is Odin. And you can see how he's smelling who's been here. He says, ooh, they've all been out, and I've not. Yeah, Mr. Browner left some droppings there, Odin. Let's get those off here. Let's get those off. He says, I don't need droppings from Mr. Browner on me. Okay, let's bring you some lettuce and get you cleaned out. Odin is just another victim of that COVID lockdown. He's a victim of stupid humans. There's so many stupid people who ran out and bought a pet because they were bored. And then when it was all over, they said, we don't want this pet anymore. And the shelters were flooded. They were flooded with guinea pigs and rabbits and hamsters and all that stuff that people bought like it was something that you just buy and then throw it away. Like a disposable napkin. I'm not going to get talking about people too much because humans disgust me. They so disgust me. The human race disgusts me. But then I got to think about all the people who help with these animals, all the rescue organizations and the people that volunteer their time. And you have to think positive about, that and do what you can. But there's a lot of people who do care. So here's Odin. He was dumped at the shelter. No big fancy story.